it's quite clear that Optimus Prime's eyes are blue. But what's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching The Road to TF5. This is Webster's We're talking about Transformers last night. This is episode number 154. And before I begin talking about what I need to talk about in this episode, let's address something that was discussed in episode number 153. In that episode, I talked about this image right here. It appeared to be the first look at the toys for Hot Rod and Onslaught. And this was brought to my attention through a number of Twitter links and Facebook messages. And they said that, hey, Alex, you got to check this out. You got to talk about it in an upcoming video. And I decided to do that because I trusted the source. And then when I talked about it in an episode, it turns out that the image is fake. And if you look at the YouTube comments, so many people said that the image is fake, and therefore it is, because it was debunked as not being real. And I'd just like to take a moment to comment on that. First of all, I feel responsible, and I would like to apologize for making an entire video about this image not knowing that it was fake. I should have looked into it more, considering that it was an extremely blurry image. In fact, I made a comment saying that, why does it have to be so blurry? Why can't it be a sharp image? So I didn't think that something was up. I just thought that it was just taken with a potato for a camera. Not even a potato, like a yam. You know what I'm saying? So it was just such a blurry image, and it was really, really blurry to the point where, okay, something feels not right, but I decided not to look into it much more than that and decided to make a video about it. And, well, it really sucks that it was fake. That's really, really unfortunate, because things like this really divide the fandom. There are people out there creating these doctored images, passing it off as real, and things like this really divide the fandom, because people out there are here to troll us. And I feel like an idiot because they were successful at doing that. So congratulations to you. You trolled me. And this is something that I'm no stranger to, because when Age of Extinction came out, I know that there were people out there that were making doctored videos, passing them off as real. And there was a fine line between fan-made and fake. And what I saw was not fan-made. It was definitely fake, being passed off as real. And I just got to say that, you know, that's not cool. Not cool at all. And there you have it. So that's all I want to say in the first section of this video. And I feel responsible for that, so I apologize. But I'll do my best in not allowing that to happen again. With that being said, if you're here to pass information to me, like images of stuff that appear a little bit questionable, I'm not going to talk about it unless you can cite the source. Just because we can trace where it originally came from. Okay? Because I don't want to go through this fiasco ever again. Anyways, let's talk about what I'm here to talk about. And we're going to follow up on trailer number 3, because there's a topic that a lot of people want to discuss. And that is about Optimus Prime's eyes. They go from purple, or rather blue, to purple, back to blue, back to purple, back to being blue, and then back to being purple again. And we know that blue eyes is a representation of Autobots, red eyes is a representation of Decepticons, and purple is obviously a combination of both. But we know that Prime obviously isn't a Decepticon. I mean, sure, he's become a Decepticon in Transformers Prime, but he's not a full-on Decepticon. He's something in between, whereas he knows he's good, but he's doing something pretty bad. So we're here to talk about that, and this all comes from the fans, because a lot of people posted all kinds of comments and tweets and stuff, and they want me to talk about it, so let's talk about it. So, in no particular order, I'm just going to go through with all the tweets that I got about this. And that is, this is from Jin Hennick, and he says, hey Alex, check this out. It looks like Optimus doesn't have that red thing on his face head all the time. Greetings from Europe. Hey, greetings from Canada, and thank you for bringing this to my attention. And he's referring to that red mark that a lot of people talk about. And if you take a look at this, this image here, this is when Optimus is with Quintessa, and he appears to have the red mark. And those appear to be blue eyes. It's like, I don't know, bluish purple, but let's just say blue. I think that he's getting the red mark for the very first time in this sequence, because we do see Optimus with the red mark with purple eyes, and the purple eyes are very, very much evident, and this is right when he's facing off against Bumblebee. However, when he's getting beaten up by the Knights, that red mark is gone. But it's the same setting. This scene takes place in the same location as the fight with Bumblebee. This is when he's getting beaten up by the Knights. That red mark is gone, and he appears to have blue eyes. Check this out. The blue eyes are there. Red mark is gone. And I'm not exactly sure what that represents, but we'll look into that more after we look at a few more images. This is from SpiderMan, and he says, Alex, you missed something in the third trailer of TF5. In the final sequence, in the final scene, Optimus Prime doesn't have the red paint in his left eye. Let's take a closer look at that. Okay, so this is right after he sliced all the Infernicons, and this is when he has the purple eyes. And you know what? I'll be completely honest, it's still a little bit too dark to tell for sure. I mean, sure, that looks blue, but like, because of the lighting, I can't tell for sure if that red mark is actually not there. So that's not something I'm going to say is definitive. It could still be there. And I think that I'm not going to comment too much on that because I can't know for sure, because that's a really bad shot of Optimus, and I really cannot tell if there's a red mark there. I know it looks like there isn't, but like I said, the lighting's not that great. In this image, this is when Optimus is talking to Vivian Wembley, and then you do see the red mark there. The purple eyes are obviously there, and this is, I believe, right before Optimus goes up against Bumblebee. They're in that submerged Cybertronian ship. It's going to rise up, and then the fight's going to happen. At least that's what I believe. And when Optimus has those purple eyes, he should have the red mark on him. This is what I'm gathering so far. Based on what I'm putting together from these images, anytime that he's got the purple eyes where he's evil, the red mark is there. But you're probably thinking, hey, what about when he was talking to Quintessa? The red mark was there, but his eyes are blue. I think that it's just appearing there for the first time. So that's just the very, very beginning. Shane Walker says, look at Prime's eyes. They are different colors. And there are two images here that he's sharing with me. And that is Optimus Prime jumping off Dragonstorm. And then he's sliding. And then you see that the eyes are clearly blue. At least that's what it looks like. And then on the bottom, once we see the foot come down from Dragonstorm, at least I still think that that is Dragonstorm's foot. There are a lot of people who are saying that it's not Dragonstorm's foot. But anyways, in any case, that in that exact same scene, his eyes turn purple. So it goes from blue to purple. I'm a little bit confused here now, because I don't see the red mark. I mean, that is a very blurry image, but I don't see that red mark. And Ethan Lemaire says, Alex, Optimus Prime's eyes are blue when he jumped off the three-headed dragon. CJ Angelo says, I'm not sure if I'm colorblind or not, but it looks like Optimus Prime's eyes were blue when he was riding Dragonstorm. Dark Dynamics says, hi bro, love your breakdown. I just want to point out that when Dragonstorm drops Optimus, Optimus has blue eyes. Monetary Corn 1 says, you missed something about Optimus' eyes were blue again when Dragonstorm dropped him off, so they were teaming up then. So this is getting really, really confusing. So it's quite clear that Optimus Prime's eyes are blue. But when he turns around, they're purple. So the general consensus is that right when he falls off, it's blue. This is a hilarious image. It's not that funny, but the fact that Aaron Graphics decided to use a really, really close-up, so close-up photo that it's pixelated. Thank you for that effort, by the way. Yo, at Trailer 3 Breakdown at 2512, you can see that Optimus eyes are blue if you zoom in really well. So thank you for zooming in really, really well. And yes, you're right, they are blue. But they turn purple later on in that exact same scene, in the same take. So, man, it's still really confusing. I'm really not sure what to think. Josh Genray AK47 says, I took a closer look at Optimus tackling the Osprey. To me, his eyes were back to blue right there. Is it just me, or... Okay, now we're talking about a different scene. Ivan Limbo says, but when you stopped the video when the Osprey was falling, Optimus' eyes were blue. So let's take a look at that. This is Laurent Boy Lawrence. He snapped a shot of the when he was jumping into the Osprey, and he says Optimus has blue eyes in this scene. Now, this makes complete sense for him to have blue eyes in this scene, because what happens in this scene is that, Optimus actually smashes through the Osprey in order to save Cade and Vivian. And it feels like anytime he's doing something good, he turns, his eyes turn blue, which just means he's turning good. He's good. He's like a good version of himself. But when he's doing something that's like evil, like questionable, of course, his eyes were turned purple. So that's where that blue purple eyes thing happens. And I think that when his eyes turn purple, it's something that is beyond his control. Like, has his eyes been purple here, then it wouldn't make any sense for him to crash through the Osprey and thus saving Cade and Vivian. It wouldn't make any sense. So therefore, this happening already tells us that there is good in him. But he's having a hard time controlling that evil inside of him, or at least like when he's being possessed or something. Like, I don't really entirely know how the whole purple eyes thing works. Like, is he possessed? Is it something that he has control over? Is it something that is controlling him? Like, is he conflicted within himself? Is he fighting himself inside? Like, that's something that's up in the air right now. But anyways, it has come to our conclusion that obviously when his blue eyes are blue, he's in control and there is good in him. As for the purple eyes, that's obviously representation of evil. That's obvious. That is very, very apparent. The only time that it's confusing, based on what we see in these scenes, is when he jumped off of Dragonstorm, because it went from blue to purple in the same shot. So I don't know what to say about that. I really don't. And that leaves everything up to mystery right now, which is a good thing, because I don't want to be able to solve everything about the film before even watching it. I'd like to leave a little bit of mystery for the film. So I'm just going to leave it at that for now. But we are going to talk a little bit more about other things in trailer 3 that I missed, because there are a lot of people who commented about things that I missed. So we're going to keep on talking about it, and I think it's a very, very great topic of discussion. So let's keep on going with that. I got a lot more episodes for you guys, because there is obviously a lot to talk about. And stay tuned for more episodes, okay? So thank you so much, everybody who has interacted with me. I really appreciate that. And I want to give a big shout out to Jordan Walton, who won the prize in the prize giveaway recently. And I just wanted to read you this comment. I think I almost had a heart attack from my comment being read and me winning. Thank you, Alex, so much. It's got 15 thumbs up. Thank you so much for commenting, Jordan, and thank you for being interactive, and thank you for commenting and letting me know that that it really blew your mind when you read that. And things like this really make me feel good and happy, because, you know, it's little things like this that really make a difference in people's lives. When you say things like shout outs or mention their names, you know, it's like I'm almost up to 100,000 subscribers, and just calling out the name of one person out of like thousands and thousands of people, it really is, and someone showing me that they really appreciate it, it shows me that what I do is worth it. So I'm going to keep on making these videos. I'm going to keep on giving shout outs, and if I've made you entertained, if I made you smile, if I made you happy in some sort of way and excited, then I feel like I've done my job. So like I said before, that is very fulfilling to me, and I'm going to keep on making these videos for you guys, because it's just so much fun to talk about this stuff. So there you have it. Anyways, that's all I got to say in this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next episode. As always, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, and also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation, and I will see you next time. My name's Oxy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace!